Welcome to episode 5 of the Network Marketing Training Podcast. My name is Sonny with SeanSonnyWalton.com, and I teach and help business owners to grow their business online with internet marketing and website design. Now in this episode, we're going to be discussing and actually looking into the thought that in network marketing, the people at the top make all the money. Now this ended up being too long for a single episode, so it's divided into 2 parts. So after this one's over, go check out part 2 in episode 6. Okay, so one of the common arguments about network marketing is that the business model is unsustainable and that only the people at the top make money. So what we're going to do is actually take a look at the numbers in network marketing and compare those numbers to other non-network marketing companies and traditional business models and see if they're right. Let's see if the people at the top do make all the money, and let's see if the business model can achieve a sustainable income for all involved. Okay, so let's get into these numbers. I love numbers, by the way, if you didn't know that, so I'll try not to completely nerd out on you here. Okay, so I'm going to take some numbers I found online, some stats from the vitamin and supplement manufacturing industry, to be exact, since a lot of network marketing companies do sell vitamins and supplements. So in 2019, there were about 1,400 vitamin and supplement manufacturers in the US, which employed about 37,000 employees. The total industry revenue was about $33 billion. Now, if the companies paid out about 25% of their revenue in the form of compensation, that would be about $8.25 billion paid out in the form of compensation. And if it was all split evenly among the 37,000 employees, that means each employee would make over $220,000 a year. So clearly there's enough revenue there to sustain a comfortable living for everyone involved. There's more than enough to go around. Now let's look at the auto manufacturing industry in the US. So in 2019, the revenue in that industry was about $113 billion by about 171 different companies and employing about 74,000 people. With profit margins around 17% or so, that's $19.2 billion in profits. Divide that up evenly among 74,000 employees, and that's about $260,000 per year for every employee. That is enough to sustain everyone involved. Now let's look at the network marketing numbers. According to the industry report by Art Jonak of MastermindEvent.com, there were about 116 million people involved in network marketing globally in 2017, and $76 billion paid out to distributors out of $189.6 billion in revenue. That's an average income of about $1,630 for the year per distributor. Clearly not enough to sustain everyone involved. Now let's look at the US. In 2017, there were about 18.6 million network marketers in the US and almost $35 billion in revenue. Paying out 40% of their revenue in commissions, that would be $14 billion paid out in commissions to 18.6 network marketers. That's about $752 a year in commissions per person. Clearly not enough to sustain everyone. Let's take a look at some individual companies. Let's take Herbalife, for example. They're a publicly traded company, so their financials are readily available to everyone. So based on Herbalife's 2018 annual report, they had about 4 million distributors throughout the world and paid out about $1.3 billion in commissions. That leaves an average income of about $325 per distributor for the year. But they also claim that 86% of their distributors only joined for the discount. So taking that into consideration, that leaves about 560,000 distributors who joined to make money, which equates to an average income of about $2,320 for the year. Still not a livable income. Even taken from their own 2012 US income disclosure, the 82,464 distributors they classified as sales leaders who actually had a downline earned an average of $4,485 for the year. That's about $373 a month per distributor, which, it can pay a car note or something, but it's not livable. Now, that doesn't include profits from retail sales. Those figures only cover downline commissions that Herbalife actually paid out. So let's also talk about Planet Marketing. According to their 2018 income disclosure, of the 23% of their active reps who actually earned a commission, the average earnings for the year of those reps was about $2,675, which is about $220 a month. Decent, but not livable. So what does that tell us? Well, it means the other 97% of network marketers are pretty much supporting the lifestyles of the 3%. And actually, by those income disclosures, it really looks more like 98.5% of the people that are supporting the 1.5% of people that end up making $50,000 a year or more in commissions. Just 1.5% of people make enough money to possibly go full time. That is not good at all. No wonder people shy away from getting involved. I mean, it looks like what they say is actually true, that the people at the top do make the bulk of the money, right? I mean, it does look like that business model is unsustainable for the vast majority of people. There's simply not enough opportunity to go around for every single distributor or rep to be successful. Now, of course, in any industry, there will always be a few companies that fare way better than others. 20% of the companies in any given industry will be responsible for about 80% of the sales. That's anywhere, but at least there's enough to go around so that if all the sales were to be spread evenly among all the participants, everyone could live off of it. For example, there were about 1.3 million realtors in the US as of 2018, according to the National Association of Realtors. That same year, there were about 5.3 million homes sold in the US, with the average selling price of about $370,000 per home. If you divide the sales up evenly among all the realtors, that's about 4 homes sold that year per realtor. With the average commission around 6% per home sale, that's over $22,000 in commissions per home sold, not counting any commission splits. 4 home sales per year is about $88,000 in income for the year for every realtor in the country. That is a living wage. That is enough to sustain everyone involved. Clearly not the case in network marketing. In network marketing, there's simply not enough sales to go around because there's an overabundance of distributors and reps trying to sell the same products and services. Now, here's something to remember. It doesn't really matter what business you start. The way to profit as a business is by having a whole bunch of product users that happily pay their money to use the products. And it's those end users, those end customers that support the successful business. That's pretty much how things tend to go. As a business, you make money by either having a handful of people paying you a lot of money or a large amount of people paying you a little bit of money. And clearly in network marketing, the latter is the case. It's a bunch of people paying a little bit of money for the products. Great for the companies themselves, but a shit deal for the reps because there's no limit at all to how many people can be recruited into the company. It makes it extremely difficult for the average person to really make any meaningful money. And with that said, I'm going to end this episode here to be continued in episode 6. I hope you got some value out of this. If you did, please comment and subscribe to the YouTube channel and smash that notification bell. And share this with someone if you think they'll get value out of it as well. My name is Sunny, and it is my mission to help home-based business owners such as yourself Do this thing called business correctly so that you can get everything it is that you desire.